Hi everyone. Wow. Um, this is awesome. I thought this was a mess up, but obviously God had something else in store. Again, I'm talking about looking in the mirror. Um, and when your spirit, um, hmm, wow, when God shows you who you are, in your spirit by forcing you to look in the mirror, He is wanting you to not deceive yourself. Now I understand what it means to look in the mirror. Um, God did not, when He showed me, there was no, I could not deceive myself. It was like, this is who you are. He will show you through people, He will show you by forcing you to see yourself who you really are, not who you think you are, who you really are. And sometimes it's ugly. You could be so beautiful, but the attitude can be just so ugly. You can just think that you're just so, wonderful. But in reality, you can be a pastor, an apostle, you could be, the best of the best of who God has called you to be. But if you have a nasty attitude, God will show you you. And it's important that we don't deceive ourselves and and meaning when he say don't deceive yourself and thinking, that um, you are, being mean and the way you treated someone wasn't right. But you would justify it and deceive yourself as if, that was okay or that was the right thing or they shouldn't have did this and making excuses instead of facing yourself in the mirror. Wow, this is who I am. And in order for you to change, you must look at yourself and who you are and address the issues that you have within you so that that doesn't come out of you. And as I told you, I thought that this was messed up. I was like, wow, oh my gosh, Lord, I don't know how I'm going to do this virtual thing because it's blanking me out. But this is exactly how it is in the spirit realm. As you are looking and reflecting on yourself, God is giving you a visual of how you look before He changes you, before you confess. But you can't confess anything that you are deceiving yourself of. If you deceive and say, "Oh no, I am a great person. Yes, I have a nasty attitude, but that ain't who I am." Well, if that's not who you are, quit having a nasty attitude. You're deceiving yourself. Well, people need to know, la, da, da, da. But you're deceiving yourself. He said, "Do not deceive yourself." He wants you to confess these flaws that you have. Confess them to Him so He can cleanse you and make you new into a new creature. Confess. But in order to confess, you have to recognize I have done people wrong. I have did this or whatever you have done, you need to confess. You need to look in the mirror at who you have become. In reality, what others seeing you as, not what you think you are or how big you think you are, what in reality you are. What are you putting out there? In order to confess, you have to know what you're confessing about. You have to confess the sins that you are committing. But if you're in denial or deceiving yourself as if you're living right, then you will never be able to fully confess, and God will not hear you. He will not hear you because you're rejecting him. You're saying you're not wanting to face the truth of who you are, who you have become. You don't want to fix it. You want to be in denial in this falsified mirror of yourself, of who you think you are, the fakeness. And you don't want to face who God and everybody else sees you as. God can only cleanse you when you quit deceiving yourself. Quit thinking that you are more than what you are. And what he means by that is when you're deceiving yourself and you're thinking, well, honey, I still because I'm still a good person, even though I be cussing people out, or even though I do this, I'm still, no, you're not. You're deceiving yourself. You're not. Until you change. You must change those ways. You're deceiving yourself. God can hear me. He better hear me because I can do whatever I want to. No, you can't. He told you you can't. You cannot do whatever you want to do. No, you cannot. No, you can't. You can't do what you want to do and think that God is he can hear you. That's common sense. When I'm ignoring my kids after I done told them to do something, and they come in there and ask me for something and they ain't done what I told them to do. I hear what they saying, but I'm ignoring them until they decide to do what I told them to do. I'm going to ignore them, and that's the same thing that God does. He can hear you. He knows what your thoughts before you even think of them. He knows it, just like you know yourself. But what he is asking is that we face the mirror, look at ourselves and who we really are. Quit putting on this fake persona as if you are just so perfect and you're not. I refuse to be in a relationship and not really be happy. I don't want fake happiness. I don't want Facebook happiness, fake picture happiness. I want real love, real happiness. And until I receive it from God, I rather just continue my relationship with God and continue on being built up by God until he sends me who I need to be with. So I can truly be happy because now I have found happiness through God. So with that being said, don't deceive yourself. Confess. After you realize, okay, yeah, I got some messed up ways. I need to change that. Confess it so God can cleanse you from those messed up ways. I had some messed up ways. God had to cleanse my messed up, but I had to confess my messed up ways after recognizing it. So that's all I'm saying. Just confess. Recognize, confess, and allow God to be God. That's it. This is not a messed up video. Obviously, God said, move forward. So that's what I had to do. It looked messed up to me, but this is how it looks. You're looking in the mirror, and in the spirit realm, God is cleansing you, changing you, and showing you you. So have a great day, guys.